Hi, good morning, everyone. Today's presentation is all about special procurement. Okay, so there are three types of special procurement. One is pipeline, another is consignment, and third one is subcontracting. So I'm going ahead one by one. The pipeline is special procurement. It is a special procurement type in HLP materials management used for materials that are continuously available through a pipeline. For example, gas, water, oil, internet, etc., which is already available is the key term here. We don't really need to create a purchase order. Important part is that we have to define as a pipe material type. The valuation class has to be 3000. Next step is PIR creation, which if we already have a vendor good enough, if not, then we can make use of XK01, create PIR, select pipeline info category, which is a mandatory thing in order to create a PIR with regard to pipeline. And remaining views, whatever you see, we have to fill in all the required details into it and go ahead with it. The third step, it is an optional, although a purchase order. The reason being is since it is often recorded automatically. That is the only reason, since we understand that it is whatever the material is concerned here is already available in the plant. That is the only reason which is optional here. Consumption recording is GR part through MIGO instead of good receipts. Goods issue is recorded with movement type 201P. One thing to note here is that it is necessary to enter GL account and cost center as they are mandatory fields, which we have seen through practical sessions, without which MIGO transaction will not be posted. The steps in order to create those GL account and cost center is OKKP, using which we have to assign a standard hierarchy for the controlling area. S01 is to create the cost center with control area and hierarchy, and FS00 is to assign account with the cost center. The next one is consignment special procurement. It refers to a procurement and management of materials that are supplied by a vendor but stored at the company's premises. As we have seen in the very well demo by Jagan, that inside a plant in one of its corner, so somewhere inside the plant premises, there a vendor will have their consignment stock. In that, whatever the materials being procured from the outside of the plant will be coming to this consignment stock, and henceforth it will be used for plant. Just a second. Okay. The next is vendor retains. The very important part here is that the vendor retains ownership of these materials until they are consumed. Means the plant, the company doesn't really have to pay them until the materials are being consumed. Payment to the vendor is made only for the quantity consumed. Is also a key factor. The steps for consignment procurement is we have to ensure the very first and foremost thing is that we have to ensure the consignment info code is active, which we can do it through OMEV T code. We have to create a material, and important part MRP2 view, we have to assign procurement type as F if it is an external, E if it is an internal, and X if it is an internal or external both. And the special procurement type also we have to assign out. We have to create a PIR like pipeline, where we selected pipeline as info type. Here we have to select consignment. We have to go ahead with creating PO, ME21 is the T code. Create PO with doc type NB, and the K is the item category against the vendor. Price will be automatically picked from the consignment info record. Step 5 is if in your process, if you have a release thing set up, we have to go ahead and release that. If it is asking for release, we can do it through ME28. If you have bulk of orders to be released, if only one, you can go ahead with ME21N. If not, then so in case if you do not have anything to release, then you can directly go ahead with MIGO for goods receipt with movement type 101K. Do MIGO for goods issue. After the GR, we have to issue so that from consignment stock, it can be moved towards the unrestricted area through movement type 201K. And at the last, we have to settle the withdrawals using T code MRKO. This is how it will look like. Okay, the third part is subcontracting special procurement. This process involves procuring finished and semi-finished goods from a subcontractor by providing them raw materials or components. Here, there are two types of material can be given to the subcontractor. One is ROH type and HLB type, which is semi-finished. I'll talk about them. The subcontractor uses these materials to produce the desired product, which is then delivered to the company. First, as I just said, the ROH type and HLB type, semi-finished, as using which contractor will make finished product and send it to the company. We have to either do the stock posting to ensure the materials are available in the stock through MB1C. We can do that. If not, if in case, I'll give one example. If we are doing through ROH, we can either do through stock posting or we can go ahead with POGR process. If it is a semi-finished HLB, the direct stock posting will not work. We have to go ahead with PO and GR process to ensure the stocks are available, which can be sent to the subcontractor later. Do PIR for finished material, since vendor will be delivering this product to the company, and the category like pipeline and consignment, here we have to assign with subcontracting. We have to ensure that whatever the materials which we are going to send it to the contractor are transferred successfully through MB1B T code, and the type here, that the movement type has to be 541. The step 5 is to create the PO for whatever the finished material which will be sent through the vendor. And for a reference in the components type under material type, we have to add those components, whatever materials we are sending it to subcontract. The category here is, there has to be L, the item category, I mean. And in case if you're going through the PO process, you may see that there is an error which says MRP parameters for plant have not been maintained. The solution for this is OPPQ, and this is how it will look like. After the PO creation, the materials will be moved to unrestricted use, and the MIGO we at the last we have to do the GR thing through MIGO T code with movement type 101. And again, you may see this error coming up, for which the solution is OBYC. Thank you. This is what I had. In case if you guys have any comment or questions, please go ahead.